Hello and welcome back to Lord Fenton Anime Plays Neverwinter Nights 2 Complete. I'm your host Lord Fenton. In this Neverwinter Nights 2 Complete build video, we're building up the Aura of the Divine Fist, which is a Monk Cleric Sacred Fist build. As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more Neverwinter Night 2 builds like this. Do not forget to hit that notification bell so be updated more. Now, before I do start my pros and cons, this build's a little bit different than the last one with the same class setup. The difference is instead of 7 levels of Sacred Fist and only like 3 or so levels of Cleric, it's a little bit levels of the other 2 classes. This will be focused more on the Sacred Fist, all 10 levels this time. So here's the pros. Obviously, you're going to be using your fist. That's going to be great, especially on cost of, you guessed it, weapons. As for armor, no armor at all. Save the cost on that as well. Your will saves are going to be really high thanks to your high wisdom. You're going to have some cleric spells up to level 6 because you're going to be buffing with those. Sometimes using it for offense as well too. Another thing is your armor class is going to be real high. Thanks to your wisdom score, thanks to being a monk, and thanks to being a Sacred Fist. Now, con is you're going to start off a little bit slow, number 1. Number 2, you're not going to have really much power as a cleric. Yeah, you're going to be up to a level 6 casting cleric, I'll say. And one more thing is yeah, you'll start a little bit squishy at the beginning until things start the ball rolling. So let's go over races. Now it's time to go over the races. So we'll go over the Dwarven races. This one's going to be different than the other build. So first of all, the Gold Dwarves are actually good. Just the -2 dexterity is the issue there, but that's alright. You can make it up in other areas. Grey Dwarves, they're really good. Yeah, your charisma is going to be the lowest stat, but that's fine. It's perfect for this build, actually. Now, for Shield Dwarves, -2 charisma. Yeah, we don't care about that, but it's good for Constitution if you're going to go the Dwarf route. So, Grey and the Shield Dwarves are the way to go. As for Elves, I'm going to say right now, -2 Constitution, yeah, that's bad for a Drow, but everything else is really good. You just get extra skill points, though, if you go with that route, but minus the extra feat. Now, this one is pretty decent, but -2 Constitution, so you have to make up in that area. Yeah, as long as it's not Wisdom, you're okay. That's all I'm going to go ahead and say. Now, next up are the Sun Elves. I'm going to probably say is pass. They're more for a sorcerer slash wizard. Well, mainly wizard. Look at the +2 intelligence. Sorcerers are +2 charisma. But you get the point, though. More arcane casting side. Now, I'm going to go over the Wild Elf. Wild Elves, on the other hand, this is actually good for them. Just -2 intelligence, less skill points. Now, Wood Elves are good, but the thing is -2 Constitution, -2 intelligence. But you get good in the strength and dex department. Now for gnomes, let's go over deep gnomes. They're actually pretty good. You're just going to suffer on the strength really, and then you don't care about charisma for this build. But that +2 wisdom is nice if you're going to go for the small races. Now this one's pretty good except for the -2 strength, so you're going to have to make up in some areas on that. Halflings, let's talk about both of them. Now halflings are alright. That +2 dex is nice for a little extra reflex saves and defense. Just that strength's going to suffer. Now, as for the other one, this one here, Strongheart, yeah, same thing as the other one, but you get yourself an extra feat though, just like humans. So that's the best out of the two, but I probably advise saying go for the deep gnomes if you're going to go small race. Now, half elf and half drow. I'm going to be honest here a few moments. You're not going to get any plus and minuses in ability scores, but they're pretty good if you don't want that. Now, half orc, they're really strong, just the -2 intelligence, less skill points, and -2 charisma. But still, if you want to go that route, that's fine. This is the perfect race for the build. Well, actually, one of the few. This one I probably highly suggest for this build due to the fact you get extra skills and extra feats. Now, Planar Tar Asimir. This is actually a very good race because of the +2 wisdom. Charisma +2, that's alright. You won't get the extra feat like the humans, but still, you get that extra ability score that's nice for our wisdom. Tieflings are actually good, just a -2 charisma you'll suffer, but the other stats are great for this build. So yeah, if you're going Tiefling, that's a good reason. I'm going to say hard pass on the air Gensai, same thing as Earth as well. Now for the Fire Gensai, that is more of a arcane character like wizards. Yeah, so I say pass on that. As for water, They're alright, so it's best of the 4 elements, but still, I wouldn't recommend it. Yonti Pure Blood is actually good because you got all the pluses. You get the blind fighting feats, so you have to pick a dark. You can't pick the darkness domain because of that, but you get to pick other domains, so this is a good substitute if you're not going human. Now, another one is the Grey Orc. This is pretty good, just the minus intelligence and charisma, but that's alright, but strength and wisdom is great. So I'll probably say it's human, Aasimar, Tiefling, and probably Wood Elf's way to go. Now, as for classes, you're going to start off as a monk for 1 level. Yeah, we'll get that as a starting class, and then you do exactly 4 levels as cleric to get all the basic cleric spells out of the way. Then you go back to monk, and then you become a sacred fist. And then once you become a sacred fist for all 10 levels, you go back to monk permanently, and that's it. As for sacred fist, you're going to need is a divine casting level 1, lower 8 ranks. We're going to max that out anyways. And we already have the unarmed strike and stunning fist, and we'll get combat casting as we level up with the clerics. So it's a very simple build. You're just going to have a little bit more spell casting this time around for buffs. Now, as for alignment, you're only lawful, so you don't want to be smite. Lawful neutral is the way to go. There's lawful good and lawful evil. They're good alignments as well. Don't steal anything. For deity, pick any what you want. I like to always pick the monk one. The broken god, that's what they call in this game. Yeah, this one. Yeah, definitely, or the crying god. So definitely want that deity. By the way, deities are optional. Let's go for the abilities. First of all, strength, dexterity, and constitution will be at 14. I like it that way because we'll use items and spells to buff those up. Intelligence we'll keep at 10, so a little bit less skill points, but that's alright. That's perfect for this build because we'll get other factors boosted up. Wisdom 16. We're going to buff that sucker up to 24 unbuffed by the time it's done. Go wisdom all the way because it affects your monk skills, armor class, etc. And charisma 10. So there you go. Strength, dexterity, constitution 14, intelligence, and charisma 10, and wisdom 16. As for background, I'm going to go ahead and say is no background or natural leader. I decided to pick natural leader. That's the best way to go. Now, as for skills, we're going to do is concentration. We're going to max that out. Same thing with diplomacy eventually down the line. And tumble. Lore we're going to max out too this time because this way we'll definitely save money on shops because we'll identify some items ourselves. And spell crafting when we get to 20 and then stop right there. Now, as for feats, we're going to do is luck of the heroes. This gives you +1 on your saving throws. And also gives you 1+ AC. That's the first feat. Now the second feat is power attack. We'll get boosted in damage when we use it. However, our rolls will be minus. I think it's +3 on damage and -3 on attack rolls. But power attack is the gateway to many feats. In fact, it'll be a gateway to cleave and great cleave. So that's about it. Let's go over some final advice. Now you're going to start off slow until you become a Sacred Fist. Once you're done with the Sacred Fist, you'll be one powerful monk/Sacred Fist hybrid with some cleric spells to back you up. So for the next part of this build video, we're going to go over the cleric spell levels up to level 6. At the start, when you go into the cleric path, you get these level 0 spells. Use them as your very last resort. Definitely use summons. They'll help you out greatly. If you see anything like a buff, definitely go ahead and get it. Clerics can swap spells in and out, so you don't have to worry about picking a spell and sticking with it. Let's go over the level 1 spells. Bless. Allies get +1 attack rolls and saves on fear. So here's the deal. This is great for party members, especially yourself. +1 attack rolls. Nice. That means more attack rolls. That's boosted up. More chance to hit. More often you kills foes a lot more faster. Cause fear. Cause fear on weak foes. They'll run around. Nice crowd control spell. In case you don't have a spellcaster, you could take that roll. Cure light wounds. Cures 1d8 damage. +1 per level. Max is +5. This can also be used offensively against the undead. So you can cure your allies, be a backup healer, or soften some undead up and beat them up. Inflict wounds. Touch deadly is 1d8 +1 level +5 on the living. Don't use it on the dead. That's kind of like a heal to them. But still, it's a nice weakener since you're in touch range. You're always going to be in touch range anyways, right? So let's get to the other set of level 1 spells. Now, Endure Elements, that's 10 slash damage resistance against all elemental types, so it shaves off 10 points of elemental damage. It's always nice. Night Shield provides resistance bonus on saving throws, and also negates the magic missile attacks directed at you. So you buff yourself up with that, and some wizard try to do magic missile against you. Boom. Yeah, nothing happens to you. Protection from alignment, you get plus 2 AC and saves, immunity to mind control from certain alignment. Now this is great against evil. Also, if you're facing good foes, if you're definitely like lawful evil, yeah, it's great against them as well. Remove fear, removes fear, and also gives a target plus 4 bonus against fear. So if someone's running around your party, pop it on them to remove fear, and that's that. Let's go into level 2 spells. Now here's the deal about A, gives you plus 1 on attack rolls and saves against fear. Also, in addition to that, gives you 1d8 hit points plus 10. That's the max, by the way. So you can have 18 extra hit points maximum. Now, this is great. It's another buff spell. It's not widespread. It's just a single target. Very good. Owl's Wisdom, gain plus 4 wisdom per minimum, per level. This boosts up your wisdom. So you have an armor class that gets boosted by wisdom mod. This will help you out. Give you like 1 or 2 extra mod points. Cure moderate wounds, 2d8 damage plus 1, max is plus 10. It heals. Also on the other side, it damages undead. So you can heal your party members as backup healer, or better yet, soften the undead, or maybe kill them because of that. Inflict moderate wounds, touch attack, 2d8 damage plus 1, max is 10 on that, versus the living. This was great for softening up against the living. So you want something a little offensive, close range, cast that. Then go beat the living crap out of them with your fist. Now, the next one is Lesser Dispel Magic. Gets rid of the weaker spell effects on your targets. So you face some annoying wizard or some annoying cleric, remove some of their buffs, then they're toast. Now, these are low-level wizards, by the way. Resist Energy, 20 slash damage resistance from all elemental types. This is a better version of the first spell one, which is Endure Elemental. You definitely want that silence. Negates sound in 20 feet radius. Shuts up those annoying spellcasters unless they have the silent feat, then you have to deal with that. Sound burst deal 1d8 sonic damage to all subjects in the area. It may stun them. If they're stunned, you can beat the living crap out of them afterwards. Let's get to level 3 spells. Now, we'll go over level 3 spells. I'm not going to go over any of the domain ones. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and save those when we get there. Cure serious wounds. Cures the target 3d8 worth of damage plus 1 level. Max 10. Also, on the other end, damages the undead as well. You can either cure your allies or go on the offensive against the undead near you. Inflict serious wounds. Does 3d8 damage versus the living. Plus 1 on that. Max is always 10. Great against the living, but if you have undead allies or pets, you can use it to heal your pet. Magic Circle against alignment, as the per protection spell alignment affects all allies nearby. So this is more like a radius spell. You definitely want it. So if you're facing against an evil foe, you can have alignment against evil, which is great, especially great later on if you're facing devils and such. Now here's some more level 3 spells. Prayer. Now, allies get the following, plus 1 bonus. They get plus 1 to hit, damage, skills, and save throws. Enemies, on the other hand, get a minus 1 penalty to hit, damage, skills, and save throws. Very powerful buff spell on this level. Buff yourself up, you and your allies will benefit, your foes will suffer. Simple as that, really, come on. Searing Light, raid deals 1d8 damage slash 2 levels of damage. Now on constructs, it's 1d6. Now on Undead, it's 1d8, and no halves or anything like that. It's a very powerful anti-undead spell. So you want to see a tough undead ahead of you, you cast that on them, then you go to town on them. Invisibility Blur, dispels invisibility from creatures nearby. So if a foe is invisible, you're trying to hit them, you get that concealment BS. Well, guess what? Use Invisibility Purge, you get rid of it. It won't get rid of all invisibility, but it will get rid of most of it. So let's go to level 4 spells. Let's go over the first set of level 4 spells. Cure Critical Wounds. Cures 4d8 worth of damage plus 1 per level. Now, this is great for healing your allies. This is also great to damage the undead. Again, you can take out a very tough undead or weaken them to the point you beat them up with your fist. Inflict critical wounds. Touch attack. 4d8 damage versus the living, heals the undead. Two fronts. This is a great number one for, of course, attacking the living. So if there's a tough living foe, they don't resist the damage, they either die, or in the other case, they're so weak you beat the crap out of them. Now, if you have like an undead pet, you can heal it as well. It'll be your distraction, so you just do a pinch heal once in a while. This missile forces summoned creatures to return to a native plane where they came from. Gets rid of one summon. Simple as that. Death Ward grants immunity to death and negative energy spells and effects. Must have for this build. Buff yourself up with it, then go to town against a foe who likes to cast anything that'll try one-shot you. Let's talk about more level 4 spells. Now, next up is the Hammer of the Gods. Causes 1d8 damage /2. This is like 2 levels of divine damage. So every 2 levels it gets boosted up some by 2. And this is like an area effect. Very powerful spell to use to soften your foes. Soften them up, then you go in and just punch them to death. Simple as that. Least spell mantle absorbs spells equivalent to 1d4 plus 4 spell levels. So if there's an annoying caster, pop it on yourself. You absorb some spells, you don't get damage, you beat the crap out of them after that. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we're on the level 5 spell. There's not much, but still, I definitely advise looking for any other spells to non-list as well, but here's some of the best ones I feel. Flame Strike, smite those in the area. So what happens is it does 1d6 damage per spell level. Those are split up into Divine and Fire. Very powerful stuff. Go ahead and use it. Really soften your foes up, and he survives. You beat him to death with your fist. Slay Living. Touch attack kills your subject instantly. This is more for the living, not the dead. Now, very powerful spell. Take out an annoying foe, then go after the rest. Lesser Spell Mantle. Absorb spell levels equivalent to 1d6 plus 6 for a spell level. Again, it's better than the other one. You definitely want to buff yourself up against an annoying wizard. By the time they realize you're absorbing their spells thanks to this magic, they're dead. Spell Resistance. Subjects gain spell resistance 12 plus 1 per level. This is some powerful stuff. So if you're going against a wizard, buff this up on you. Just in case your lesser spell mantle fades away, you got some spell resistance against their spells. True Seeing lets you see through illusionary and invisible effects. So in other words, this pops invisible foes and rogues. Rogues try to do a sneak attack against you. You have True Seeing. You see them. You beat them up. They're dead. End of story. Let's get to the final spell levels for this build. Level 6. Now, this is the last set of spells we're going to go over. Here we go. Banishment banishes 2 hit dice / level of foes in the area. So let me tell you right now. You see 2 summons. You pop the sucker. They go bye-bye. You go after the summoners next. Very useful spell. Blade Barrier summons a wall of blades, dealing 1d6 / level damage to those who try to cross it. Pop this, like, for example, in front of your wizard friend. While your wizard friend's watching them suffer, you go around them and attack them from behind. Harm deals 10 points / level damage to the target, maxes 150 damage total. This will get rid of like the toughest of the toughest living creatures. Now, on the other hand, this will heal your undead. So if you have an undead pet in serious trouble, pop Harm on them. Heal cures 10 points per level of damage, maxes 150. Cures most of the negative effects and conditions. Great for your allies. Now, here's the best part. This is take out against the undead 150 points of damage. Very powerful direct damage against the undead. Definitely want to use it against something like a lich or something. So let's move on to the last set of level 6 spells. Here's the last set of level 6 spells. Superior Resistance. Grant a +6 bonus to all save throws. Buff it on yourself. Really useful. You can buff it on your allies as well too. Symbol of Fear creates a stationary rune. When that rune gets touched by a foe, they get fear. All the foes around get fear around them as well. They run around. Great for crowd control. Symbol of Persuasion creates a stationary rune just like the other one. However, when a foe crosses it, instead of fear, they get charmed. And when they're charmed, they'll attack other enemies as well in the area. So again, this was great for softening up foes because they're attacking themselves. Then you could go in and just beat the crap out of them. Undeath to Death destroys 1d4 hit dice / level undead. Maxes 20d4 hit dice. This is some powerful stuff. You're not going to get the 20d4 hit dice, but still, you get enough to clear a few undead out. Any of them's left, beat the crap out of them. I do advise definitely go for summons as well. If you can find them, if there's any more buffs, go for it too. That's about it for spells. Next up, we're going to go ahead and level up our character. It's time to build up our character. So we're going to build up some cleric levels. We'll get that out of the way. During the first cleric level, I'll go over the domains. So pick the cleric class. We're going to do it for 4 levels exactly. What we're going to do is concentration, diplomacy, and lore. Don't worry about tumble. We're going to definitely catch that up when we're monks and the sacred fist. Yeah, that prestige class. Yeah, they both require it. So first of all, we're going to pick darkness. Darkness because of blind fighting for a monk. And we also get to use blindness and darkness as our spells at level 2. We get to summon shadows and other things, and also power word blind as well. We could do earth. That'll give you toughness, but for this build, I'll say pass. Another one good is time, because with time, it's another one that'll slow your foes down and such. Haste is good for travel. That's a buff for you. That's a must. And freedom of movement is nice. Yeah, we'll get haste at 5. Will be great. Another one good is instead of darkness is trickery. That's a good one as well. But I'm going to go ahead and pick travel and darkness for this build. That's the best setup. But you could do your own if you want to. But you must pick travel at least. If you don't pick darkness, you got to go spend a feat later on. So we're in level of cleric. We're going to do the 3 diplomacy, concentration, and lore. So now what we're going to go ahead and do at this time is get combat casting. So we get +4 on concentration checks when we cast spells. This is one of the heavy requirements for a sacred fist, and because of that, once we could go to that prestige class, but we're not. So level up again. We're gonna pick wisdom at level 4. Every level of 4 character levels, not class, you get yourself a attribute point or ability point. In this case, we're putting all into wisdom because we're going to build up our wisdom mod. It'll help us out for AC and anything else monk related. Also a few cleric spells as well. So pick the 3 like I did, and that's it. So we're going to do it one more time, and that's about it for that class for the cleric level. So pick the skills like I did, and there you go. And there you have it. Now we're going to the monk class for a bit before we become Sacred Fist. We could do it now, but nah, we're not. So we're going to do is concentration, diplomacy, lore, and we're going to catch up tumble. Yeah, we're going to get some points in that tumble there. There you go. So now we get deflect arrows and evasion. And we're also going to go ahead and do is this one first. So weapon focus on arm strike. This gives us a +1 attack bonus with our fist. So in other words, when we roll the dice, it'll be +1 on that. Deflect arrows, so first set of arrows attacking you, you deflect them away, no damage at all. Others will be like normal damage. As long as you're not flat-footed, this feat will work. Evasion, this does this whenever a reflex save allows for half damage, so if you succeed, it's no damage, and that's about it. So it's a good, feat you get for free as a monk. So let's level up the monk some more and go ahead and do that. So concentration, diplomacy, lore, and tumble. Yeah, we're going to definitely get that tumble to 10 at some point. It'll be very easy. It'll be +1 AC. So monk speed is we move a bit faster around. As for still mind, we get some resistance. You guessed it, against mind affecting spells and such. See, there's your still mind. It gives you a +2 bonus saves versus mind affecting spells. And yet you move around faster with monk speed. I think that stacks with the other ones as well, if I remember right. So you can be moving around really quick, and you have haste on you, boom. You're going to be like the Flash. So level up the monk, and every level of 4, ability score, we're going to put it all in wisdom. Put everything into wisdom. Now skills, concentration, diplomacy, lore, and tumble. So we got that to 10, so that's +1 AC free. And Kai Strike, our fists are now treated as magical weapons, so you get +1 on that, which is good. Still want to wear gloves though, because they'll turn your fists into +1 into plus whatever the gloves are. But if you have +1 gloves and your fist is +1, yeah, wear something else. But still, it's a good monk feat you get free. So let's level up our monk more. We're not going to do Sacred Fist yet. We can, but no, we're going to get at least up to level 5 for the monk. Concentration, diplomacy, lore, and tumble. You know, and then there you go. That's about it. Now for feats, we get purity of body. So let's talk about cleave. So cleave, when you kill one foe, you can attack the next foe. Kill him or not, it stops there. Now, as for purity of body, let's see what that says. This does is you're immune to all forms of disease. That's either natural or magical. So you're kind of like a paladin, folks. It's a good thing. And let's look at that. So I think that's about it. We also get one AC free as well since we're at level 5. So our armor class is going to be really up there. All we're wearing is nothing but cloth, which is great news. So let's level up the Sacred Fist now. Now we have enough plus some extra monk levels. We're going to go ahead for 10 levels, the Sacred Fist. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to go over each of the abilities and more on that. So first of all, we're going to do is concentration, lore, tumble definitely, and we'll put some points in the spellcraft. We'll catch up diplomacy later on after we're done with this prestige class. So there you go. And let's see what else. Okay, there's a few things we're going to go over on this. First of all, we're going to be casting spells as a cleric, so we get some cleric spells except for at level 4 and 8. So 8 of the 4 levels we're getting cleric spells to have. Now, Sacred Fist AC, what happens is this is next. So you get +1 AC free as you soon start out as a Sacred Fist. And then you get +2 at 5 and +3 at 10. So you get a lot of armor class. It's really good. Now, Sacred Fist, they get unarmed damage, so it's like the monk version, which is real nice. So it does stack, by the way, so you get a bonus in damage with that, which is really good. So next up is Sacred Fist fast movement. So long as we're wearing, if I remember correctly, light and medium armor, I think it is, you get that speed. But this build I advise definitely against any form of armor, just trust me. And Sacred Fist Code of Conduct. So if you decide to use a weapon, your attack rolls get a -8 penalty to it. So you can be missing a lot more than often than not. So use your fist. That's all. Use your fist. I'm not going to say it again. So we'll level up the Sacred Fist, and we'll get the skills there. Concentration, lore, tumble, and spellcraft. We're going to catch up spellcraft big time to a certain point. There. And there you go. No feats. Sorry about that. It happens from time to time as a Sacred Fist. So now we get level 3 Sacred Fist. Now we get +2 armor class because of that. And we're at 12. Every level 4, get yourself a free ability point. Put that into Wisdom. So concentration, lore, tumble, and spellcraft for the skills. I'll call it the Sacred Fist skills from here on out. Now we're going to go ahead and get his Great Cleave, I think it is. So Great Cleave is this. So you kill one foe. Then if you keep on killing more foes, you keep on attacking them until A, all foes are dead, or you do enough, you just damage them, or worse, you missed. It's kind of like a kill streak. So let's level up the Sacred Fist again. Put points in the Sacred Fist skills. Make sure you definitely get concentration and tumble. And definitely lore. Yes, this way we don't have to pay vendors for the most part on identifying some items. So we get ourselves a feat. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Now this one's very powerful. Sacred Fist, Sacred Flames. What happens is you do damage that's half fire, half divine for a few seconds or so, or a few rounds. You use it once per day. It's some powerful stuff. Great against the undead, I'll say. I'll tell you all about that. Pop the sucker, and that's about it. So that's why I hotbar it. So as soon as you get to level 4, you definitely want to hotbar this. You get another charge of that at level 8. Thus, that's why you don't get any spells at level 4 and 8, unfortunately. So, there you go. Let's go ahead and move Turn Undead there as well. So we could turn undead some really weak undead. So let's keep on going. We'll pick the Sacred Fist again. So we're halfway through it once we're done with this level for this Prestige class. So pick the Sacred Fist skills like I did. And there you go. And now, since we're at level 5, we get more armor class. If I remember correctly, that is +3 AC. Yeah, there you go. There's your, no, that is +2 AC. That's my mistake. Yeah, +2 AC. See, we went from 19 to 21. Get used to that with this build. So we'll do it Sacred Fist. We'll put the, there you go, Sacred Fist skills there. We're almost catching up spellcraft, so this is good news. So we get Uncanny Dodge. I'll explain about that in a bit. So here's the deal about Unarmed Strike. So this lowers the threat range. So threat range normally for, I think, Sacred Fist or using your fist is 19 to 20. Now that gets dropped down to, you guessed it, 17 to 20. Uncanny Dodge, this does this is you retain your AC bonus. even if you're flat-footed or attacked by hidden foes. This is real nice for a monk. Seriously. And there's our, it's supposed to show 19 to 20. We can't of course inspect our fist, but it's now 17 to 20 for threat range. We critical hit more often than not with our fist. So we're at level 16, every level to 4. Put your points into wisdom. So we have 20 wisdom with a +5 mod to it. So that adds nice bonus to our armor class. So that's +5 with the monk stuff. So let's keep on leveling up our character, and there you go. See, we got 22 AC. So let's level up again. Sacred Fist, let's go ahead and do all that, and there you have it for the skills. And okay, we have an extra charge for using Sacred Fist Flame, so we could use it twice a day instead of once. Level up the Sacred Fist once again, and let's do the skills. There you go. We should have Spellcraft. We're going to stop at 20 for that, so that's about it. We'll store points from here on out until we can't. So next up on the list, what we're going to do is Toughness. So Toughness is like this. You get one, I say a hit point per level. So if you take it at 20, you get 20 extra hit points. So retroactive ones, so you get 1 extra hit point from here on out as well. It's great between life or death. Some people don't like it. I say that's a useful skill. So we'll do that. And that's about it. So we'll level up one more time for Sacred Fist for 10, and that's about it. So we get some more AC. Concentration for the last time, lore, spellcraft, tumble, and that's about it. And we get 3 armor class, and we get inner armor. So let's talk about the armor class. We get 3 there, so there you go. It shows 2, but that's all right. So there you go. So this inner armor does is we get +4 AC, and of course we get spell resistance. So this is like an oh crap button. Hit it on yourself. You protect yourself for a few rounds until you get either out of combat or survive at least. Now we're going to level up our monk, so we're going to get to level 20 for the our character levels, and we're going to get that monk to 6. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So from here on out, you're going to be becoming the monk class. You can't become a Sacred Fist in the game because it's only 10 levels. So let's go ahead and select that normal class. We'll put points into wisdom. Don't worry, we'll have a feat that will evens us out in that department for the wisdom score. So we're going to go ahead and pick the skills there. Tumble, diplomacy will catch it up, concentration, and lore. And we get improved knockdown and knockdown. So knockdown, we knock down foes are our size and lower. Improved knockdown, we knock down one foe one size up. Very useful stuff. So you knock down a foe, and if you have a rogue in your party, they can do sneak attacks thanks to you. I'm just saying. So we'll go ahead and do that. And there you go. We'll put that there. So next up, from here on out, we're going to go into epic levels. All 10 of it will be the monk, by the way. Very simple, very easy. So let's go ahead and get done with this hot firing stuff and level up our monk at this time, of course. Now, from this point on, we're going to become epic characters. So let's go ahead with our monk. Very simple. 10 levels. That's it. No other changes. Concentration, diplomacy. Let's see here. Lore. Yeah. Make it cheaper for us to identify items. And definitely tumble. Yeah, we'll get that to maxing that out. So we get wholeness of body. This does is a monk can heal himself equal to twice their class level. So we're doing 16, that'll be exactly 32 hit points we get healed. So what we're going to do is great wisdom. So we get +1 wisdom. So that's what we want. This way we'll even things out because at level 24, 28, we get 2 attribute points, which equals 1 mod point. So you want to even things out. Learn that the hard way. If you don't, you don't get that mod point. Yeah, put that wholeness of body there because that's your emergency heal. So let's keep on going. Put the skills like I did. And yeah, we already got 2 free AC thanks to Tumble. We're going to get more again. No feats, sorry about that. Happens from time to time. So we'll level up the monk. There you go. Let's go ahead and do concentration, diplomacy, lore, and Tumble. And we got spellcraft at 20. So that should be about it. We'll hit that there, and there you go. I could have did able learner, but yeah, we have 10 intelligence. That's why, and other factors too is why I picked other feats. So let's talk about the 2 improve evasion. So what happens is when you successfully do a reflex save, instead of half the damage, you get no damage. You fail a reflex save, you only take half, not full. This is great for a monk, by the way, and also rogues as well. Shadow dancers too, and Sarah and Sarah. Now, epic prowess, we get +1. I think it's damage to all attacks. Let's make sure. Yeah, +1 bonus to all attacks. Yeah, we in other words, we get to do a little bit more damage and such. So let's keep on leveling up our monk in the epic levels. Let's see here. Wisdom, yeah, it'll be 23, but at level 28, it'll be 24, and there'll be another mod point or so. Put the skills like I have, and that should do it. We're getting close for a tumble to get to 30, so every 10 points of free AC. So our Kai Strike is now, you guessed it, lawful, so we get bonus damage against, I think it's against chaotic foes. And there's a lot of chaotic evil foes around there, so it's like a bonus for us. So let's keep on going and level up our monk. So let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead and do all that. There you go, all the skills. And we're at 28, so we're definitely getting close, and we're maxing out diplomacy as well, too. We get a few things, so I'll explain that in a bit. So for now, is we're going to do let's see here. Diamond Body, this does is we're now immune to all forms of poison, natural or magical. So they can't poison us because we're monks. Now, next up on the list is Greater Flurry. So this happens is we get extra attack per round when we use the Flurry skill. Now, Exposed Weakness does this though. If it hits a foe, what happens is they get minus AC and some other penalties as well. So this goes through immunities and such like that. And it's cooldown 6 seconds. A very powerful, I think, feat to use. You definitely want to use it against bosses, mini bosses, sub-bosses, or any foe that's tough. Or a very annoying foe, so this way you can wreck them. Yeah, if I remember, I think it goes through certain spells, damage resistance as well, too. So that's all good. So let's go ahead and get the other one as well, too. Okay, is this one. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Now let's level up some more levels in the monk class, so let's go ahead and do it. Put the points in the skills. By now you're almost fully caught up with diplomacy. We're very close also to getting tumble to 30. Sorry, no feats happens from time to time, so let's go ahead and do it again with the monk class, so let's keep on going. Now everything should be 30. Great news is because we have, you guessed it, 30 and tumble, we got 3 free AC. Diamond Body is this though, so we get spell resistance equal to our character level plus 10, so we're at 16, we get 26 spell resistance for a monk. And that's good, so if you're a full monk, 1 through 30, you get 30 plus 10 spell resistance. So I could have done with more resistance, I could have done others, but I decided to do Epic Toughness. So Epic Toughness gives us 30 plus extra hit points. You get 30 every time you take the feat. And that goes up to 300 extra hit points. We're not going to go get 300, just trust me. So we keep on going. We'll put a point of wisdom at level 28. So our mod for wisdom is 7. That's some powerful stuff. We'll keep on going on the skills. And there you go. We may have to store some points, but that's all right. And there you go. So let's go ahead and level up one more time. Monk class, let's see here. So put all the points in there on the 4. And anything else, I'll probably definitely put that into, you guessed it. Spellcraft will be 21 on that. We get Quivering Palm. So what this does is can instantly kill anything living if they fail their forward 2 saves. This does not work against foes who are immune to critical hits, immune to death, and such like that. So critical hit happens with Quivering Palm. They explode, kind of like the one move in Kill Bill Volume 2. Yeah, I'm not spoiling what move it is, but you should know by now. I could have done Rescue or Epic Resilience, but I decided to get more hit points instead. So we get 30 extra hit points, which is good. So that's 60 extra hit points we have total. So let's level up one more time as our monk. There you go. Let's do Concentration, Diplomacy, Lore, Tumble. And if we can't anything else for 1 point, we'll pick something else. I'll pick Spot. That'll be it. I could pick Listen too. So there's some options out there you could have picked. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll finish off leveling up our character, and that's about it. So Kai Strike, so our it's a man type. So with that is, I think we do extra damage. So next part of this build video, what we're going to go ahead and do is talk about is gear, advice, and more. So for your abilities, aka attributes, first of all, you definitely want is wisdom number 1. So if you could definitely get any strength, dexterity, constitution, go for those as well. For your saving throws, you definitely want to go for, I'm going to go ahead and most likely say is reflex to cover that. Any immunities you definitely want to aim for. If there's any items or so with true seeing or haste on it, go ahead and grab it. If you can't find haste, the haste spell is very useful since you have the travel domain. You should have that. Another thing as well for skills, you definitely want is tumble if you can. Also, any others like spellcraft or more concentration. Then that's about it for gear, advice, and more. Next part of this build video is combat demonstration. So let's go ahead and get into combat, buff yourself up, or if you have to use some potions to cover some of the buffs you couldn't have with spells. So let's go ahead and test this out on a raiding party of orcs. Not Sauron's orcs, but still, you get the point. Always have your tank go in first, and you go in and kick some serious butt. CRA, we're really kicking some booty thanks to using Stunning Fist, using our Great Cleave. We're clearing everything else out as well. We can also use Quivering Palm too if we're facing a tough foe, because if that lands, that foe dies instantly, unless of course they're A, immune to critical hits, or immune to death effects and spells. Still, we're really making quick work of these fools, so let's go ahead and definitely finish them off. Just demonstrating at this time is a few hits and that's it. Yeah, see, with the power of your fist, with this build, you're wrecking everything in sight. Yeah, you're like a true monk. You're really deadly. So what about foes that are immune to critical hits and such? Well, you'll see. Now we're face off against the undead. They are notoriously in Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 Rule Edition immune to those type of damage. So I'll probably say is definitely use certain spells, or definitely use the Sacred Flame ability. That's a good one as well. Undeath to Death, if you could get that off like I did. And see, many undead just die because of that. So we're going to go ahead and use Expose Weakness. That's a good one as well to use Imbues. You just got to make sure you be real quick with this. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be a longer fight. So let's go ahead and take this fool out. We could use Flame Strike to soften the blow. Yep, we did that. Also, we'll do other abilities as well too. If you're facing, for instance, the undead, great idea to take advantage of your healing spells, because not only can you heal the living with it, you can also destroy the dead with it as well. Yeah, they're dispelling a lot of my buffs. By the time they're realizing they got rid of them all, they're all dead. So there you go. A few hits and they should be toast. I'm going to demonstrate heal right now on how much damage it could do. And there you go. It's 120 hit points worth of damage. And that mummy just died because of it. It just got one shot. Living or undead, immune, not immune to critical hits, they all die either way. Here's my final advice for this build. You're going to start off slow until you become a Sacred Fist. Once you do, everything is on the up and up. You're going to have a lot of AC big time. Always definitely use buffs, either yourself or your party members. Make sure your fighter goes in first and you go in second and wreck everything in sight. You don't have a fighter in your party, a paladin or anyone else with heavy armor will do. You're going to wreck things just by doing your cleave and great cleave as well. And other than that, though, you're basically one powerful character with this build. This is it for my Neverwinter Nights 2 complete Aura of the Divine Fist Monk Cleric Sacred Fist build video. This is Lord Fenton signing off. Thanks for watching and have a great day or night. Do please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more guides, builds, and other videos from Neverwinter Nights 2. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left hand corner or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left hand corner. Have a great day or night and do enjoy the view.